This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Where we want to educate you about our market, empower you to make wise decisions, and help you engage with our expert contributors. As we ended 2020, there's a bunch of stuff that, as business owners in particular, we need to get done, right?
That's correct, and we've got a short fuse. It's some of these tax forms are due no later than January 31st.
Right.
And with everything else that happened in 2020, the IRS brought in a new form that we have to consider when we're filing forms 1099. In the past we've had a form 1099 MISC.
Right.
And that took care of everything. You put your rents on there, royalties, outside services, all in all. Now, we still have the 1099 MISC, and that records our rents and prizes and royalties, payments to attorneys, and other issues. Now we have 1099 NEC. 1099 NEC stands for non-employee compensation.
Okay.
And the 1099 NEC goes out to non-employees, your sole proprietors, those who perform services for you. And
that's the ones I need to send.
Those are the ones that you need to send, and those are the ones that I'll say. And that just replaces that line on the 1099 MISC for independent contractors. The NEC reports fees, commissions, prizes, awards, or other compensation for services.
Wow.
Okay, so all right, so that's a big change.
Mm-hmm. That is a big change.
And isn't there some kind of if I paid somebody $1, do I still have to file it for $1?
Thank you for bringing that up. Anybody that receives compensation in excess of $600 should receive a 1099 NEC or a 1099 MISC.
Okay, one of the things that I always questioned was when I'm dealing with a corporation.
Corporations, okay, this is where it gets a little sticky.
Yeah.
Corporations should not receive forms 1099 MISC or 1099 NEC.
Right.
However, all lawyers receive 1099 MISCs, whether or not they're a corporation.
Okay.
All lawyers.
All lawyers.
All lawyers. Now it gets a little stickier. Let's suppose that we have a limited liability company.
Right.
Normally, a limited liability company would receive a 1099 NEC. However, if they've decided they elect to file as an S corporation or a corporation, then they wouldn't receive a 1099 NEC.
Now, these are due the end of January?
They're due January 31st.
Okay.
And it used to be that you'd send the 1099 to the recipient by January 31st, and then you'd send the IRS their copies by the end of February.
Right.
Now it's all January 31st.
So everything has to be done at the end of this month?
Everything. Then if you don't file, you're hit with penalties. If they're filed within 30 days after the deadline, the penalty is $30 a form.
Okay.
If you file after the 30 days, but before August 1st, it's $60 a form.
Okay.
And after that, it's $100 a form.
So if I have a plumber, but the bill comes from his company, the corporation,
then you don't send it.
I don't send. Okay, that's where I always, and I thought that was the case. I just want to make sure that's still the case.
That is the case.
Okay, great. That's
But
good.
if it's an individual.
An individual or a partnership. You have these small businesses that are either an LLC or a partnership. They'd receive a 1099.
Gotcha.
And how do you know what they are?
You have. That is a great question. Before anybody does any work for you, you need to have them fill out a form W-9.
Right.
And on that W-9, they'll give you their address, their tax ID number, and what kind of entity they are.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any of the other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio. We'll meet you on the radio next Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on the new 101.5 FM, 720 a.m. KDWN, the Talk of Las Vegas.